What is up, beautiful people? Yes, another live session was a little busy the last couple of days, but we should be good for now. Yes, so what's on the chopping block? Good question. So I was basically testing mechanics and everything, drawing stuff out on a screen and thinking about this, swap to another renderer, sitting on the Windows operation system right now. Also changed the way, we're not gonna use, I think we're not gonna use the Vampire Survivor automatic shooting stuff. Of course there is no, like I said, this is all prototyping, right? This is no, there is no polish yet on this thing, right? These red things that actually spawn are ammo, which is way too much, right? And we only have one enemy type, which we're gonna change up today. This type is basically, they make everything solid, right? They make solid when they cross floor tile, they're gonna make things solid, which basically means we cannot pass, right? Very important, because there will be enemies that only can go on these solid tiles and cannot on the white, and yada yada yada. So it's gonna be some strategy stuff coming in. Yeah, so a lot of things we can do based on building our character. Yes, we can increase pickup radius, you can pick movement speed, you can pick the lifetime of your bullet, so you can kill more. You can do a lot of stuff. We need to check. It's kind of complex. So what I want to do right now is basically drop XP, so we can level up our character, scale the enemies, and each time you level, you can select 4 perks, between 4 perks, like whatever. That's the thing. So it's gonna be a combination of top-down bullet hell, Vampire Survivors, but something like that. So first of all, let me close everything here, to be honest. I have something that is called... Good morning, Ice Bear, what is up? The first thing what we are gonna do is basically... I have something that is called XP pickup, which is not... We have ammo pickup, which I don't not sure we're gonna do that. Because you can draw a lot of stuff out on the screen, so I have a lot of stuff here. Player progression, all that stuff. The tile variants. But the problem is, you can only know if it's good to playtest, right? Does it feel good? We don't know. We need to playtest that. So the thing is, we have ammo pickup, which does basically moves to your player, right? So you can see that. Actually, what I'm also gonna do is go to main. I'm gonna change the way how many tiles we spawn, for the sake of, so we don't need to load that much. What's going on? Why can't I find this? Let's do this, right? So you can see what happens. These ammo drops, they will automatically come to us, right? You see, they move based on the pickup radius, right? So you can spec into a bigger pickup radius, which could be interesting, right? And you see that when these enemies explode, they basically have some splash damage, which will remove some tiles, right? You see, and you only shoot in 4 directions, which is up, down, left, right. So we need to see if that's gonna be something strategically, because we have a grid, right? Yeah, on that. Actually, yeah. So the thing is that all this logic here in this ammo pickup should also be for every pickup, right? Also for the XP pickup, right? So what I think we're gonna do is maybe we should make a new file here and call this Nice series of live streams. Thank you very much. Pickup goal. Actually, to be honest, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna code on the left side so you guys can actually see that, right? This thing. Pickup struct, right? I'm gonna open up here for reference my ammo pickup, right? So I can see what we're gonna do. So first of all, we're gonna have a game object, that's for sure. That's something we cannot deny. I also have something that is called an interface, where we have the entity and the pickupper, which was I was thinking. So we're gonna have a pickupper or a pickupable. I don't like the pickupper, it's a Golang thing, but I really hate it. It makes no fucking sense at all to make your interfaces end on It's, I don't know. But hey, it is what it is. On pickup is gonna get the player, right? So the first thing we're gonna do is we are gonna make there's not gonna be a pointer. We're gonna say something like update dt float 64 here, and we're gonna copy all this logic from this thing. Gonna get the player center, move, player collider has intersection, copy this thing, paste that in here, right? So what this is gonna do, if we have an intersection between the player collider and the pickup collider, we're gonna destroy this item, and then we're gonna call P on pickup. P on pickup, and we're gonna get the player. Actually, we don't need to. Right, so in this case we can override if we want, but it's very hard. It's very dangerous to say override, right? We are not in an object-oriented programming, we're basically composing stuff. But we're gonna use a combination of interfaces and embeddings, polymorphism, we wanna call that, to make sure we don't need to repeat all this logic for every single fucking pickup, right? So we can say here on this ammo pickup, that's gonna be a pointer on pickup P player P ammo plus is 1 for now. Shit, PP. Let's call PP. Let's call this player. Just breathe. I'm also not sure. You can see the way the game looks, like I said before, guys. I have big plans for this game, but it's not gonna look like it looks right now. It's all prototyping stuff. I want to see what kind of mechanics work, what doesn't work, because we can spend time in pixel art and maybe vector. I don't know what art we're gonna use. And before you know, you are 2, 3, 4 months further and you have no fucking mechanics. Right, you know what I mean? That needs to be done first. Very important. Don't make that mistake. P pickup. On pickup. On pickup here, there's gonna be players, and we're gonna do nothing here, right? So this is basically MS, is basically the move speed of this. How fast this item is going to get to you. So the thing is, it's fine to be here because it's not going to be overwritten somewhere. This is so annoying because if we make a const here, move speed, this constant is going to be global over all our main. So it's a little bit annoying. Is this a float 64? Pickup, item, move, speed. Pickup, item, move, speed like that. That's fine. On pickup is this. Then we're gonna go. So this ammo pickup. So the thing is right now, this is gonna be a game object. So we're gonna change that. We're gonna make this a pickup. So what you need to do is basically do some new pickup. Gonna be a pickup. Right, we're gonna return a pickup, and we're gonna say that the game object. So why do we need to create a game object? Because this game object is gonna create an ID. Right, this game object is gonna create an ID. Rand int n, max int, a big int, not a big int, but a large integer or yeah, something like that. Very random, and then we need that for our entity, so we know in our engine internally if we need to delete it or all that stuff, so we can find it. So we're gonna create a new pickup, which is gonna create this game object. So the only thing we need to do is say that this pickup thing is going to be a new pickup. Do I have a caps lock on? Yeah. New pickup, just like that, right? Of course, these images, it's just squares. Don't worry about that. The thing is that gonna work? I have no fucking clue. Let's see. No, it's not. And I have no ammo. Look at that. Now I'm done. I'm done. No bullets. Game's over. GG, well played. Oh yeah, it's... Do we need to set something? It's not the first time I had this weird behavior by embedding these stuff in. Oh wait, this is... no, it's fine, it's fine. New ammo pickup, we make a position here. We create this... internal pickup here, boom, boom, boom. Position is this, position is that, boom, boom, boom. On pickup is this. Are we actually updating? Why do you do /run? Because we are on Windows. We are updating, eh? That's good news. The thing is that I'm not sure of is how this game object is gonna behave inside of this pickup thing. That will be embedded in this ammo pickup. Damn. It's probably gonna trigger. Yeah, it's triggering. The thing is, I think this is something to do with this position not getting updated because we are So annoying, and I don't want to make all pointers all over the fucking place. Can we do... What happens if we do this? Normally we don't need to do that, right? That's the reason why we basically do... It's getting cold anyway, to be honest. It's not gonna change anything, to be honest. We don't need to, because it's the same way we do it with a game object. But I think it's maybe somebody sees a mistake I made. Could be. Let's point this. It doesn't matter. Just point this in. Yeah, now it works, right? It's, yeah, unfortunately, but it's fine. You see now these things come here, and we can upgrade a perk to have better radius. That's good news. All right. First of all, this ammo pickup. Where are we spawning that? I think it's going to happens on a tile set. Tile map. This is another complex thing we need to fix later on. The way we handle these tiles. Alright, so you can see set variant. So basically if we set it to a floor tile, we're gonna roll and then we're gonna spawn ammo. That's actually way too much. We're gonna roll again. This can be 50, right? No XP. We don't have an XP item here. Well, let's fix that. So the only thing we need to do is inherit from inherit. We cannot say that. Just embed or game object. Actually, to be honest, that's completely not true. The pickup here. Right, and just make a constructor. New pickup. XP pickup, actually. Boom. Give it a position. Vec2. Like this. No. XP. Return and XP pickup. The pickup itself. New pickup. Pointer. What's going on here? Just this is fine. And then we need to say here func. Actually pretty nice, right? You're gonna say p XP pickup on pickup player pointer player XP plus equals. Depends on what pickup it is, right? So we're gonna have, I don't know, maybe you have a blue pickup, it's gonna be 1 XP, maybe some gonna be, I don't know, purple. It's gonna give you 10. I have no clue. But that's something, what you could do is make another one. You could say a simple pickup, simple XP pickup, a legendary XP pickup, but then you're gonna have, for this simple logic you need to do, you don't need to create new objects for that. You could just make a simple XP pickup and then give it like what you could make something like this. Type pickup not pickup type, XP pickup variant or something, integer const XP common Actually, to be honest, we can actually use that. What's the texture between it? What's the difference between a texture? Wait, I'm gonna there's like a heart thingy in the way. Just a second, guys. Man, this is so annoying. This Streamlabs thing, man. This is so annoying. Wait, what is the difference between a texture and just drawing an image on the Abitten screen? Nothing. Everything is an image. And the reason why I switched to Abitten engine is because actually engine is not really an engine, right? It only does is it's an abstraction over a drawing because they batch. So they batch. So what they do is you don't need an atlas, a sprite atlas or a texture atlas. You can just have different images and you can just call draw image and it's going to automatically batch those images if it can batch them, right? And also we're going to use shaders, which is very important for effects and all that stuff. You're going to use shaders. They have support for that, so you can use shaders. Of course, if you have different shaders for different images, they're not going to batch it because you can't, right? So, but everything that can be batched is going to be batched. And everything is an image where you can draw images on top of and all that stuff, right? So it's very simple, very nice. Actually, to be honest, what we could do is something like, how do you call that? Common, rare. You got the point, right? Some kind of a thing. It doesn't really matter. I don't want to think about it because it doesn't really matter. For now, we have one kind of pickup, and each time you pick it up, it's going to be plus is 1. So what we're going to do is... we need to do a lot of stuff here, to be honest. Because we're going to set some stuff. We're going to say image is going to be a button. New image here. It's going to be the same thing. Let's do 1010 for now. We're gonna make some beautiful thing. I'm using Figma actually, to be honest. Look at that. I'm using Figma to do a lot of stuff. I had some tiling, so I was experimenting with stuff, right? Look at that. These tiles. Sets, I don't know. What's going on? I'm stuck. What's going on here? I pressed the key and now I'm done. That's fine. Let's reboot this thing maybe. Yeah, so we're gonna make these pickup items here, right? Very soon, very soon, very soon. So we're gonna make a new image, 1010. We're gonna fill this image here. Fill color RGBA 0. Actually 255 0 255 255. Not quite sure what color this is because I'm completely. Then we're gonna say P texture, which is my small wrapper around this thing. It's going to be with this image here. It's fine. Actually, we can copy that. It's to basically center this thing if we spawn it, right? Return P. That's the only thing we need to do, to be honest. Now we go back to our tile here. So basically gonna roll and then we're gonna say that the pickup, we could do this: game spawn entity new XP pickup T center world. Let's see what's going on here. It's purple things, right? Look at that. It's still too much ammo, to be honest. Wait, something is not quite right. You see? gonna be the first thing, XP, right? Let me see if this XP is actually... Wait, it's not drawing. What's going on here? Wait, to slash n. To get it on a new line, eh? XP 0. I've been using a bit for a while and just use draw image, yeah. Yeah, that's what you need. Just draw image, man. Yeah, just draw image, and then you can set some stuff, blend stuff and all that shenanigans. You can mask things. You can set shaders. This is the only thing you need. You can completely transform your colors. You can do everything. You can do everything you want, my friend. Of course, now I'm basically just make a simple for these XP pickup is just a simple image. We fill it with a color and call it a day. Of course, we're gonna fetch that thing from a real PNG right later on. But like I said before, there is no time. There is no way to polish, right? We're gonna add screen shake. We're gonna add a lot of beautiful trail effects and all that stuff, particles all over the fucking place. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna feel alive. Right now it's not, but we need to have the mechanics right, because you can make a platformer. People, oh, nice, but cool, well, amazing, but it's the same game like everybody else. You need to you need to have something different, right? And this is something I actually was thinking for a long fucking time. What I want to do with these styles, and I'm still not sure if it's going to be something. That's important. I have it in my mind. It's basically the, like I said, it's the inverses, right? Inverses gameplay. Look at that. It's basically like the inverses thing, right? But this is basically limited, right? So the only thing it does is you can shoot and the styles change and all that stuff. That's nice, but that's it. Nothing else happens, right? Which is amazing game. Like I said, I like this game, but the problem is people cannot. There is no. People love to build their thing, right? They want to build. They want to have runs. They want to change stuff up. Okay, this time I'm going for spec more in this. I'm gonna spec more in that. I'm gonna for this, and this is limited. But less is more. That's also a fact, right? And we're gonna have different tiles. For example, sticky sand tiles or sticky tiles, which basically when you cross them, your movement speed is going to be slow. Then you're gonna have water tiles. If you shoot them, it's going to like water. It's going to spread. Then you have fire. The same thing. Fire will spread. If you hit fire, you're gonna be ignited, right? And you can then kill your fire tiles with water tiles and all that stuff. Something like that is what I want to do more. A little bit of more strategical into the gameplay. So the problem is, again, and I really hate this, is this thing, right? So we have this ammo pickup, and on pickup is not getting called, and I have no fucking clue why. Everything with game object works, but this not. What is going on here? This is so annoying. Because if we check game object, that is all that's working. But this basically has direct access to its own values, while pickup itself has no access to its own values. But it doesn't really matter, because the only thing it needs to do is call on pickup. What we also could do is basically do not make these different pickup items and just switch. I know what it is. It's calling this. It's calling this. It's calling this. But if we delete it, we can't. So yeah. What we need to do is we can make it better actually. So pickup as a game object. Can we do this? Can we do this, guys? Can we embed the interface and just call it a fucking day? Is that what we can do? Yeah, that's amazing. That's why Golang is one of the greatest of them all, man. But you don't really do this stuff in web development. In web development, people are basically blindfolded, right? They are a bunch of arguing people. The only thing they want to do is argue, nitpick, create languages, codes, and but we don't do that, right? I was in the web technology for a fucking long time, and the only thing it made me was depressed. But making games and have a full-time job is hard, especially to keep focused, right? What's going on my microphone, man? You see, now it's nice, right? So now it's going to call on pickup on this thing, and now player ammo is this one, and probably the pickup itself, the XP is gonna panic here. That's why. Where's this panic coming from? I don't think it's working. I think it's just a null pointer dereference. Because okay, we basically were celebrating a little bit too early, but sometimes this means that it's fine. What I was thinking is what we could do instead of doing this is do something like that. I don't know if this is gonna be something. A pickupper. P. Then we don't need the fucking game object, isn't that? We're gonna swap. We're gonna make things. We're gonna swap things out, guys. This is a very important lesson. We're gonna swap things out. So what I'm thinking to do is let's try with the ammo pickup, right? Let's try with the ammo pickup first. Why don't we say it's just a game object? Right? It's fine. It's gonna be a game object. Right? New game object. So we can do all this stuff is fine. We don't need to render. We don't need to do any fucking shenanigans. The only thing we're gonna say is this is also gonna be a pickupper. Because on pickup, this is gonna happen. So that basically means that we are gonna say here in pickup, we're gonna create a new pickup. We don't care about this game object. Fuck. No, that's fine. because we want to change the position of maybe we want that. Yeah, but we want to override these settings, right? We want to override these settings. Okay, I agree. So this needs to be a game object, but this is also a pickup. But I want to have this logic. This is too much the object-oriented approach, to be honest. You could actually make a simple function. I just have them as a regular game object entities, then a simple function that checks if they are collided. Yeah, but the thing is, like, we have this update function for each pickup, which is the same thing. It basically just checks. It floats to the player based on the player radius, right? So because I really don't like to basically embed all these objects that share functionality. It's good for the game object once, right? It's good for the game object. You have all your functions, get the center, get this, get that, get all, render, update, all these beautiful functions in your game object, and you embed that and you call it a day. It gets an ID and all that stuff. Mwah, beautiful. But then if you're going to basically do this again in a pickup item, and then you have another pickup item, and then it's going to get so complicated, and then you're here. So what I'm gonna do is basically I could put it on the game object, move to player. Game dev with Golang, that's new. Yeah, that's the same thing like people using React, right? It's the exact same thing. People are not using Svelte a lot because they have no libraries there, right? And most of the developers, they can't program. They just copy paste and they see, oh, package here, package there, and oh, package login here, and a package for UI there, and then a drag and drop package here, and then a table sorting package there, and then maybe a package Lodash because they can't even write for loops, and then it's all packages, npm, open up the gates, come in, and then they think they're programmers, but they are not, right? Only thing they do is just grab stuff. And then it's, oh, Svelte, no, that's not good because I need to write my UI completely. There is no chat CDN. Oh no, there are no packages. Oh no, there is nothing. Oh no. So they don't know what to do. Same thing with Golang, right? Why should Golang not be a good game engine language? Because there is nothing. You know what I mean? There is nothing for us here. We need to do it all ourselves, right? Like in, for example, in C# you have all that stuff. In Python you have all that stuff. You have a lot of good things. It's not because there is a garbage collected language. That's not a problem. Once again, maybe if you make Call of Duty or some I don't know, some AAA game, then maybe it's not the best. But for everything else, 3D or 2D, you don't run into any problems, right? You don't gonna run into any problems. It's just people they don't know how to write stuff, so they cannot find packages, so they choke. Right, you know what I mean? Fuck, but now we are choking also. All these Vampire Survivors, it's written in fucking HTML, it's written in JavaScript. It's an HTML game, you know what I mean? It's like, no problem. No problem. Over 10 million downloads. no problem. But people are complaining, oh no, my game needs to be in Rust with Bevy, so I can actually never complete it because I have no clue what is going on and I cannot do anything because I don't know how. For performance that I don't need. Yeah, it is what it is, man. Hey. But like I said, that's why I'm happy I'm out of this complete gaming, complete web dev technology, so I don't need to see, so I don't need to discuss and to see that anymore. I'm so happy I'm getting out of that. Again, this pickup thing is a problem. Wait, let's reset. Let's reset this thing. We're gonna reset everything and focus up. What the fuck is going on? Oh, yeah. What is going on here? Game object, yada 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 yada. We are rolling this bullshit. We don't want that. Wait, there is. Oh, hero day. What's going on? Oh yeah, we don't have an update here. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna reset. We're gonna reset. So we're gonna reset this thing. This is the pickup. What the fuck are you doing, man? I pointed to a float 64. I'm completely gay. Yeah, let's paste that in here. I thought I'm gonna have gonna do a lot more stuff this stream, to be honest, but apparently it isn't for some reason. Yeah, okay, it's fine. So now you see the bullet lifetime is 4, right? 4 tiles. But you're gonna upgrade that so you can basically shoot the whole screen. You're also gonna have a super, I think. And the super is if it's charged, you can press space and it's going to do something better, right? I have no bullets anymore. I'm fucked. Anyway. Yeah, people really like sleep. They sleep on the fact how easy it is. Look, performance is no issue, right? There are people creating ECSs in Golang that are faster running than Bevy. Think about that, right? There are entity component systems out there in Golang that run faster than Bevy in Rust. So fuck you, Rustians. That's the first thing. So Golang performance, no problem. It's if you optimize for garbage, if you don't make garbage, if you optimize a lot of stuff, which you can, it's going to run as fast as every other language in the world, right? Don't worry about that, right? Of course, it's not out of the bat. But you also do not write out of the bad C++ code, right? You know what I mean? It's the fact that you have the tooling is important. The tooling, you can just compile it faster than any other language out there. It compiles faster than Rust. It compiles faster than C++. It compiles faster than anything out there. There is no denying that. It compiles to... It just installs and compiles on any fucking platform without any single issue. right? I was creating this on my WSL, but I want to have native Windows support so I can actually have my frame rate FPS. I just open it up in Windows and call it a day. Nothing else I needed to do. Just go run main.go, boom, and it's working. Easy. You can embed your easily embed your textures and all your stuff with the embed function. It's just, I don't understand. It's very, very good. But like I said, if you're gonna make AAA stuff, of course you're gonna use the engines that are already there, right? But for these things, indie game is perfect. The Abitten engine, basically this Abitten library you can just compile to Switch, easy. What we could do is just copy and move to player here. Yeah, I mean, I don't like this. This is the problem I have, guys, that I don't like, is this, right? So you're gonna do this. Right, it's gonna work pretty fine. So you basically copy these two things, right? You know what I mean? It would be nice to have a single pickup thing, like this thing, right? Which is already a game object. You give this thing an interface which just is getting called. You create a new pickup which will make this game object, but that's fine because you're gonna the problem is this game object, eh? Then you need to call then you need to make the entity interface in here. Alright. And actually do this. Then the pickupper needs to be an entity itself, right? Right. Pickupper is an entity on pickup, but entity doesn't have set position because we don't need that. Then you can go like this type transform interface transformer maybe, eh? Bumblebee. And then you could do this position, right? Back to and then you need to make set position. something like that, and then all rotation and all that stuff later on if you want. So if you have a pickupper, it also needs a transformer, right? Why? Because this pickupper, you're gonna give it a pickupper, right? So now it's also an entity. The player we can it's a global, so that's nice. So we can set, actually we can set that position, but it's the position of this pickup here itself. So you could say, or you could, you see, that's the thing, right? It's so easy, right? We could just copy things and it's easy. We were done. We were already done. But now we are basically over-engineering, right? We are over-engineering and we are getting nowhere, right? We are getting nowhere. We are following the guidelines of good programming principles, and what happens? We are stuck trying to abstract and abstract and abstract, and the only thing we do is distract. If you know what I mean? That's what we are doing. Although, what we also could do in this pickupper here is make a transformer position. Yeah, I think it's fine. So, and then we could say here, item pos is going to be p position, item pos, item pos 0, item pos 1, right? And then of course we need to set it here. It's no pointed, it's no problem. We could do this. Item pos, look at what I'm gonna do. Item pos 0. Item pos, and then we're gonna say p set position, item pos. Collider. You can either release your game or polish it indefinitely. Yeah, and this is not even polishing. This is just making the base architecture so we can easily spawn stuff. It's not even polishing because I have a big how do you say that? I'm a very perfectionist thing, and I want to always have something better. A little bit of bloom here, a little bit of more particle effects here, and maybe a better, and maybe smoother, and maybe lerp here and lerp there, and some more shake, and the screen shake is not good enough, and before you know, you're completely exhausted and never release your game and be depressed and do something else. Make another game that you're also not gonna release. You know what I mean? And then you're gonna say, yeah, but why all these other indie devs so lucky? They are so lucky with their game. No, they are not lucky. They just release stuff. That's the thing. They just release stuff. They just don't care. They just put it out. Fuck it. And then it's hit or miss. So even this code is so nasty already. This is so weird. It's very easy actually. That's how we do that. That's how we do that. I will think about a good way. This game object, this is, for me, this is already magic, and that's more enough magic for me. P pickup movement speed. No, we don't have that. Well, let's make one. Const. Pick up, move. Was 4, I guess. Pick up item movement speed. Move speed. Alright, that's that. And then what we're gonna do is this update function. We're gonna copy that. Maybe we're gonna change it. We're gonna put it in a game object. Maybe we're gonna... No clue what we're gonna... Maybe we're gonna make it just a simple function for it. I don't know. It's fine. Because I can't really draw, really. Yeah. Do pixel art, man. That's easy. Yeah. Okay, this item, this ammo, this should work. Yeah, ammo is working, that's fine. Now we're gonna see, where is my fucking... Oh, we're not spawning them. Item. No, tile map. Tile map. Roll 50. Roll 15, you pick up item. ROM. Run. Boom, tile raiders, let's go. Whoa, look at that. We get XP 3, right? So... Although I want to have some camera shake very soon, because it's just more enjoyable to have camera shake and some particle effects when these things explode, right? So basically purple is going to be our experience. Like that. And then we're also going to charge up our super. Because sometimes you're going to be out of ammo. Now you can do a super and it's going to explode the fucking map, I think. I'm dead. Alright, that's nice. Again. Play test again. Yeah, what you need to do with your pixel art is actually, if you really want to make it, check Nuclear Throne, right? So what they did, but this guy, this Paul Vier from Nuclear Throne back in the day, he's fucking... He's so fucking good. But what they do is they draw it they draw it in 16 pixels by 16 pixels, and they have a resolution of, I think, 320 on 240, and then they scale it up in a 1:1 ratio. So it basically means it scales all your pixel art up, and you can draw it very small, right? If you know what I mean. And it's gonna be very large to get that 8-bit, that retro style. So you see, I want to have these bullets. Yeah, that's fine. Also, what we need to do is basically, when we shoot some of these guys here, and they explode, they should... I'm dead, I have no bullets. And then you can use your super. When they explode, they should kill everything below them. To be honest. Once more, I just want to see how much XP needs to drop before I get 100, you know what I mean? So you're gonna dig your way into the maze, right? You're gonna search for fragments, and these fragments are important for something. I don't know what it's gonna be. We're gonna search XP because we wanna level up as fast as possible, so we can actually select perks, you know what I mean? Just like in Vampire Survivor, that's what we wanna do, right? Searching for XP here. Kill these guys. Of course, they are easy, right? There is no fucking AI yet. You know what I mean? There bullets. 48 XP. That's fine. I think it's gonna be good. This rate of drop, to be honest. Maybe it's even. Almost at 100. There are way too much bullets. Way too much bullets. You can see I cannot go to this XP because they are getting... It's getting invaded. It's getting raided by tiles, you know? That's why tile raiders. I need this XP, my friends. All my movement speed. I'm done. You see? No bullets. Game's over. So you need to be smart, right? But we are over 100, so I think the rate of drop is good. Nuclear Tone is my inspiration for art. Actually, also they're not drawing sprites at all angles. It's actually in only one direction and just mirrors horizontally. Yeah, but did you see how they handle their guns? That's... Nuclear Throne. You need to check the way they, the gun. You cannot see it right now, but they position the gun the way you angle with your mouse. That's pretty nasty. So the question is, how do they do that? Or they basically have a sprite? Do they have images for each angle or for a couple angles? Or they're just rotating that in Game Maker? I don't know. But that's the thing that we want to build, right? So like I said before, right now, it looks like shit, I understand. But the thing is, I need to play out with the mechanics. But it needs to be a combination of Vampire Survivors, Nuclear Throne, but with simplified graphics. Maybe arcade style, I have no fucking clue what's gonna be. But first of all, yeah. So the thing is, now we're gonna add some new enemies, to be honest. It's just rotating in gaming. Is it just rotating? That's nice. I thought they had a couple of different... because it's hard to rotate that, right? You cannot just rotate it. You need to find the right thing. All right. Item. We need to fix. We need to fix that later on. How are we gonna not duplicate code? Game. Close all editors. Right. So we're gonna open up. We have something that is called an enemy, and this is gonna be a tile raider, right? What I want to do is make some kind of an other raider, which is going to be green, or I don't know. I'm just going to use green for now. It could be some light brown or something for sand tiles, right? Where you're gonna have a debuff. You're gonna have debuffs and of course also buffs. How do they call that? Effects, status effects. For example, sticky. If you are sticky, or then you're gonna have a slower movement speed. But you see already what the problem is again is gonna be, right? This raider again. I just wanna... This update is gonna be... Maybe we are the raiders. Maybe our characters are raiders, right? We're gonna have the simple one, then we're gonna have, for example, I don't know, patches or miss. You know, these character names. That's something that inverses don't have, right? Sticky raiders. Yeah, it's fine. Fuck, I need to have a sticky tile, to be honest. Yeah, they just rendered the window at the lower resolution and upscale. Yeah, exactly. Yes, yes, yes. Some people hate it. They have this 1-1 ratio, right? But it is what it is, man. Like I said, Nuclear Throne is one of the best top-down shooters, in my opinion. Bullet hell shooters. for sticky raiders. I'm just gonna I'm gonna use this real quick, this image thing. That's fine. What is this image of these 48 by 48. Actually I can actually just copy that. So a couple things we can do, and I'm not quite sure. So we could just make one raider and get a variant. It's the same thing we do with tiles, right? It's very important. If you look at a tile map, you could see that basically in our tile map we have tiles, which is an array of pointers to tiles. Where is this thing? Right. But of course these tiles are very important because they're gonna have different animations, maybe. They're gonna have different images, colors, behavior. But still, in this case, I'm 100% sure that we just need a tile. Why? Because otherwise we need to swap these pointers all over the place, right? Because right now, if the tile changes, this continuous memory, well, this thing will stay the same forever, right? We don't need to clean up garbage. We don't need to do anything. We don't make garbage, we just pre-allocate all these fucking tiles, we just cull our tiles based on the screen. Our update is gonna be a little bit further, right? If we update basically the entire world. But we only render the screen and a buffer, tile buffer offset. But yeah, right, so basically, what's going on here? How do I zoom in? So we don't. What's going on? Why can I not? Yeah. So these tiles are basically all pointers in our tile map. And what we could say in the beginning, I could say, yeah, but I'm gonna basically make a different object for different tiles, right? This is gonna be a sticky tile. You know what I mean? We're also gonna have a fire tile. Actually, can I? Oh, yeah. Gonna have a fire tile. Gonna see this here. Sticky tile, right? If you cross this tile, you're gonna be slowed. This tile is gonna spread. You're gonna be ignited and all that stuff. So if this tile needs to swap, right? For example, an enemy crosses this, right? And this tile needs to swap. What you could say is, yeah, okay, we're gonna set this tile to 0 and make a new tile with this variant and put it in the same pointer location, but that's not good. Instead of this index, right? This index on this array. But the problem is, I think what's gonna happen is that each time you're gonna set this tile to 0, right? Because you need to swap it with this tile. What's gonna happen is, if you set it to 0, it basically means that the garbage collector is gonna clean it up. So, not a big of a deal, but tiles are changing very rapidly. You're gonna shoot bullets everywhere, enemies crossing, particles, boom, boom, boom. Tiles are gonna change, so you're gonna do a lot of garbage. You're gonna make a lot of garbage here. That's why I decided to just make a variant, right? And each time somebody crosses this tile, we're just gonna set a variant. We're gonna make a setter, which is the only... Setters are not good, but in this case it is. We're gonna swap the color, swap the image. We're gonna swap the logic. And we're gonna... Based on the variant, right? I'm gonna swap it. So that basically means that this stays in memory. And we don't make garbage, we just change the logic. Alright. In OOP, what you're gonna do is you're gonna inherit from base tile. And you know what I mean? But that's not performant. So... Why do I say this? Because the same thing with raiders is a little bit different. we could make one raider and just swap the behavior based on what kind of raider it is. But I think in this case it would be nice to have some kind of a basic object that does rendering and updates, and the only thing we need to do is set some change some stuff. And if we want maybe updates or override code quotes, I'm gonna think about this off stream, how I can get some behavior with interfaces or something like I want. Anyway. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this image here, which is it's gonna be the normal, the classic raider or whatever enemy. Maybe we are the raider. Let's copy out the whole shenanigans. To be honest, we don't need to fill. Can we fill this? Oh, that is fine. I'm gonna spawn that as a position, which is gonna be effect 2. Let's fill it. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know. Let's do this. We don't need a texture. That's all being said. Let's put this here. Return ash. You see what I mean? You see what I mean here? Because this is... I need to find a way, because this is not going to scale anyway. Because there is a lot... This is important, the styles crossed here. Everyone needs this functionality. So what it basically does is, it's each time they're gonna cross a tile, what's gonna happen is we're gonna put that into a map the time they cross it. So we don't wanna directly swap the tile based on the type of enemy crosses it, because if you shoot, it's going to continuously block the bullets, because you're also gonna shoot tiles. So you're gonna basically never gonna kill him. So we need to... And this is also nice for animation, right? We can use that for tile animation. We can animate it based on the time they cross it and the time right now and all that stuff. I actually want to try to use Golang again for game dev in the future, maybe with a button or a rail this time. The only thing you need to make sure is that you have but they have Ray Matte. That's it. They have Ray Matte. This is amazing. This also gives me a nice idea for my game, actually, these colors here. Anyway, man, these colors are basically... What is this? Add RGL. That's what you need, right? Click this thing. Real quick, let me see. Where is this API reference? Come on, please. Examples, let me see. Color shape, texture shaders, audio models. What I want to know is if they batch draw, eh? But they have nice color palette, that's amazing. Yeah. Something you need to take. I'm not gonna search for it, but what you need to make sure is that you can batch render very easily. Man, this is amazing. This is my game. Arrow keys. I don't have arrow keys, man. I have 60% keyboard. What's going on here? Shit. Couldn't tell. Yeah, that's the same thing I do, right? Boom. Yeah. Raylib is you have a good bindings for Raylib. That's for sure. That's for sure. I'm gonna try something, man. It's gonna be a pointer then. I don't know what it is, but sometimes I feel like I have... Is it streaming or something? Or have I just bad code? So what we did right now is basically, let's say that this is base reader, which then we override this thing. So the only thing we want to override is that this is it. Look at that. This is my explosion collider boxes. You see what it is? This is basically the splash damage they will do, right? And look, it's a nice blending, right? Look at that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah. It could be that I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna delete this code. We don't need this actually. So, sticky raider. Yes, the sticky raider. If we kill the sticky raider, Whoa, you have the Godot bindings. I'm looking into Godot also, but it's like, it's too much. I don't like the scripting of Godot. By the time I need to figure out how it all works, I wrote these things myself. That's the thing. I also there is no Vim support. There is no. I don't want to hassle with that, man. Am I? I'm playing my own stream. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. Thank you, Nerdfreeze. Thank you so much. Oh, this is gonna be something, right? So this thing update. What we're gonna do is. You see, set variant solid tile is basically this guy here. God damn it. The thing is, what if I want to make a new one, right? Like this one, the sticky one. So a couple things that needs to happen, right? So first of all, adjusting the base stats is easy peasy, right? That's not a problem. It's the behavior, right? It's the behavior. For example, the tile swap based on the cross. That's important, right? That's the that's one. Then can move, right? What tiles can they move? Then what tiles can they move, right? Tile swap. So each time we update this raider, we need to check the tiles crossed, so we don't wanna have again a tiles crossed map in this thing and do all this logic again. Yeah, this yeah, of course this is very unoptimized, right? Because we read it. So what you need to do, this is basically an util. As an util function, it reads the image from a file. So what you actually need to do is you need to make an image, a Golang image. It's the image from Go, right? It's the image package from Go, which is this variable. So you need to read that first, cache that. And each time you create a raider, you create a new texture from that image, right? So you have the same image, but you have a different texture. That's important. You have a different texture because otherwise, if you set the color of that texture, you're gonna swap it for everyone. We don't want it. We don't want it individual. But Ibitten is smart enough to batch your draw calls as much as it can. But that's indeed, this is not optimized, right? That's a fact. But that doesn't matter. It's not that we spawn a million enemies yet. I will fix that, but it's true. What else is going on here? That's completely true. Now you need to create your own cast image from file. Yeah. I'm probably just gonna load it some global somewhere, or just in a map. I can pick them based on the tile and based on the enemy I need to spawn. I'm just thinking on a good approach, a good way to... The same thing with the pickup, right? Share its behavior. I'm not used to this in Golang, because we don't need that if you do web development. Well, you make interfaces all the time, that's true, that's the question all there is. The thing is, you could do something like a variant handler, which could be an interface, and then each time it updates, it calls... It calls a variant handler. But the variant handler needs to have access to its... Which you pass in the raider. Is that a thing? Right, you could do something like this, right? For example, like type tile handler or something. I don't know, which is going to be an interface, right? Handle tile cross or something, right? And you're going to say there's going to be a pointer to a raider or something, right? And then based on, wait, there's gonna be a tile, probably, pointer to a tile. Right, actually to be honest, we don't need this. Something like that. So you have two pointers here, the tile and the raider. And you can do whatever the fuck you want, right? And you could say sticky tile handler. Wait. For example, type. Actually, to be honest, could be just a fucking function. Actually, to be honest. You don't need. I'm just I'm trying to do some prototyping here real quick to see what could work. Func. This one. Something like that. Tile handler. Tile handler func. A van. And then you could say, for example, func sticky tile handler func. T. Actually, I'm gonna T tile r raider pointer raider or something. Just like that, right? Bye bye, no phrase. See you in the next one. See you next one. Thanks for dropping by. Much appreciate this, man. This could be something, right? Sticky tile handler func. I need to think about that. It's the same thing with the item. I need to think about that, so it's gonna work for a very long time. It needs to work. It needs to scale. I think once I have that figured out, then it's just adding enemies and adding mechanics and see how it works. All right, I'm gonna pee. I'm gonna eat some stuff. Probably gonna stream tonight. First gonna think about that, and tonight we're gonna do some other stuff and do some more playing. Actually, maybe tonight we can actually do some runs. I thought I would be much further this morning, but it's the way handling different types of enemies and pickups without duplicating myself too much, without making it too complex, that I first want to figure it out. And then we're gonna see. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to jump into the Discord community. Subscribe, like my channel. People on Twitch also love you. Sorry that I cannot respond, but it's only YouTube chat here. I will try to have a multi-chat next time. Thanks.